Good morning, Discord. Good morning, YouTube. See if we can make some money today. Okay, so right now we're between the 5-day and the 20-day, and usually the price likes to bounce between the 5 and 20-day. Early candles, don't jump the gun. Although it does look juicy for a put. Jeez. Yeah, we got some room for some downside. Okay, little retracement and see how much it wants to retrace. Early candles. No need to chase anything here. Let them play out. Still does have a little bit of room for some downside. Just a little bit. But we'll see. No imbalances presented themselves as yet, so we wouldn't be making informed decisions at this point. See how much this flushes right here. I haven't verified this magenta yet. So far the purple looks like it's holding up, so we'll wait for this magenta. Okay, big flush. We knew it had some more room for the downside. Big flush here. We didn't miss anything. Early candles. There's no way to predict this sort of stuff. All we knew was that we had some downside coming up. So our 20-day moving average is not far away. "20 days at 605. I think our first point of major support level is going to be at 607, but we'll see. Feeling kind of confident with this purple, so if it breaks through here, that's what we're looking for. The ideal scenario would to break below this purple. That'd be the ideal. Until then, we don't have any imbalances, and we're just trending in this or trading within this purple. So for the down, I mean, technically we still got room for the down, so technically on a longer term time frame. In the short term, it looks like we might be starting a bull cycle, but the pressure's so low right now that I'm not sure how strong this bull cycle is going to be. I think we want to be above this. We want to be above the 609.70. Be patient. Alright, those are our scenarios. We're going to see which one plays out. Remember, I would prefer to see a strong, I would prefer to see a break out of this purple, meaning on the downside, and then reject back up if it was going to be a strong move up. So that's why I drew the cup and handle, because tapering takes time. So if you're betting on this cup and handle, your window for entry is probably dwindling. I'd wait for the confirmation. Look something like this. Okay, so there it is. If you didn't get in on that cup, when I said it, if you didn't get in on that cup, Too late now. Wait for the retracement, because at this point your trade's protected. I'd actually wait for this candle to close before you start moving your stop. So don't move your stop yet. Do not move your stop yet. You gotta see how this bull cycle goes. Yeah, the bolt. If the bolt doesn't form here, I'm not confident with that bolt. It needs to form like right now with this candle. See this wick on this green? Looks like an inverted hammer, but if we don't get some solid green red coming in, so if you went long, start chasing. After this candle closes, start moving your stop if you went long on this cup. After this candle closes, start moving your stop. Alright, now your trade should be protected. For sure your trade's protected. But you gotta give it a little bit of room. Give it some room. Give it some room to breathe. You should be at the bottom of this body, candle body. Or technically you should be at the bottom of this wick right here, where the flexion point of the cup is. But it's within an hour 15 minutes, so now is when we need to start looking for our setups. I'm gonna clean this chart up. Okay. I think that magenta is better now. And that's why we wait 15 minutes, because we need that time to see the imbalances. Now we can see it clear. There it is. Now we can see it clear. Perfect. So I was telling you, these wicks tell me we're looking for the down. There it is. Alright, beautiful. Beautiful move. Remember, we're looking for the rejection of this line right here was important. That was the key. This 609.70, that was the key. Now we're starting a bear cycle, so don't put your stops too tight. You should be on the top of the last candle. Or at least put it halfway through. Put it halfway through just to collect something. Just to collect something. Okay, here we go. So, the continuation. That'll be the ideal setup. So we're in the downtrend, we're looking for shorts. We are looking for shorts in the downtrend. Okay, some retracement here, so let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. So it looks like the control for the down is going to be this magenta. So if it breaks this magenta, look for some downside. And let's see. What is my next move here? Alright, if there's going to be any up, that's what I want to see right here. That would be the ideal up move right there. So just wait, just wait. So these key levels that I'm drawing out, they mean something. They're there for a reason. You got to pay attention to it. Here we go. Okay. Little sideways motion. Now we know where our rejection point is, the ideal rejection point, right? It's going to be off this purple. The ideal. Looks like we got some weakness coming in, but this is the ideal rejection point. So if you go short, you know exactly where your stop has to be, along here, right? Has to be along here if you're going short, if you're buying the put. Yeah, if you took this bolt, your trade should be protected by now. Should be protected. Okay, sideways chop. Let's see what happens here. If we break out of this purple, we need to start looking somewhere else for our money. I gotta see where the next magenta is. It hasn't formed yet. And it looks like we still have a little bit of downside. Alright, so this is a major point. It's gonna be a major point right here. Look, are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? I told you not to get out until it breaks this purple. Are you not entertained? You're welcome. You are welcome. But now look where it hit. It hit exactly here, so now you got to be careful. I would probably start chasing this. If you took this, start chasing this because it's looking erratic. Look at that wick. Look at that wick. Look, this is, start taking that. If you chased it, you got to take that. You got to take that trade right there. We knew exactly where it was going to bounce off of. Exactly. I even drew a circle. It's getting sketchy now, so start moving your stop. Because I don't like this wick. We got to see how it closes. If it closes with a big wick, that means big buying pressure back up. Oh, this is absolutely beautiful. Look at this. Are you not entertained? Your stop should be along this purple. Your stop should be along the purple. I told you exactly what the ideal setup would be. The ideal setup is rejection off this purple. Look. There you go. So even if you went in on this cup, look at the win. Look at the win right here. It's impossible to lose because now we know exactly what the path is going to be, right? And we know exactly where our risk is. We knew it was along this purple line. This is easy claps. Easy claps. Meaning, and I told you we're looking for shorts because we're in a downtrend. Your best short is going to be along the top of the purple. Easy. And I told you, watch out for this wick. I told you, if you didn't take your profit, that's on you. You got to watch out for this wick because that means there's big pressure going the opposite direction. Now we're still in this purple, right? We're still in this purple technically. Start thinking about taking profit. Don't get greedy. Don't get greedy. Now's not the time for that. Take your money and get out. There's more trades on the way. We knew exactly what was going to happen here. I put a circle right there. So if you're in the trade, you don't get out until it breaks this purple. If you wanted to get in a trade, you get in when it rejects off the purple. Easy claps. So if you went in on this cup, on the cup and handle, you'd have to really like babysit it to nurse it to get anything out of it, and it would have been minimal. Or you stopped out very short for a very, very, very short. Look at the win on the bolt down. Look at that win. Come on now. So, you know, you pretty much, you can't lose for the day. You may lose little battles here and there, but you can't lose for the day. It's impossible. It is impossible because the wins outweigh the loss. This is, all right, we had a great day so far. Great day so far. But you're learning now how much patience you need to exercise. You're learning how volatile, look at this big wick. You're learning how volatile the stock market can be. Look, the wick ended exactly on my... Look where this wick ended. How long ago did I draw this? A long time ago. How did I know? You'll learn. You'll learn eventually. Eventually you won't need me. This is a great day. So if you went in on this call, your stop loss has to be along this magenta line. I mean, that would be the safest one. Technically, it's at the bottom of this, technically, because it could taper. It could be forming a cup. But, you know, you don't want to fight the trend too much, right? This is the risky. When you're fighting the trend, you're taking the risk here. So you have to have stops. Been a good day so far. Good day so far. Let me clean up the chart. Oof. So this is around here is going to be a lot of interesting price action because I'm seeing these big long wicks. These big long wicks, so they're going to be fighting here. But the next target, if we stay down, should be at this 607.07. And don't forget, our 20-day moving average is 605. So we're still in shorts until we break out of this purple. Breaking the purple is the big deal. And then if it does break purple, then you wait for the setup. But we know we're short. We're in puts until we break this purple. This is your stop loss. Your stop loss should be around here, along this purple line. Or if it's like hard to do that in the Webull or your trading app, then aim it for the top of the previous candle, right? So top of this candle, top of this candle, top of this candle, top of this candle. But don't chase it too much, right? Because you're in the downtrend, so you can, you know, give it some space. And if we break past this point here, this 607.44, then that means this inverse head and shoulders is invalid. So we're coming up to it now. Look at this beautiful trade. All you have to do is buy puts off the purple, buy puts off the purple. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. All right, look for a little bit of, yeah, we're coming up to this, what is it? What did I say? 607.44. So look for some dancing right here. Look for some dancing. We got to see. If it's not going to V-shape recover, your best long is going to be at the bottom right here. At the very bottom is going to be your best long or call. Because it's, like I said, this is where your stop should be. If you went in on this call, your stop needs to be down here. So this is the least amount of risk, but now you're fighting this right here. If you break that, remember that purple, that's a major point. Your best long is going to be on the bottom. How do we know that's the bottom? Because we saw this big rejection right here. We also knew that was the bottom because I literally drew a flexion point right here. That's how we knew that that was the bottom. Now we have purple broken. Now we want it to break and retest. Now we want it to do this. Now we want it to get back in this magenta. That'd be the ideal setup. If you didn't take this long here, because I literally drew this flexion point right here. I literally drew it right here. There's no way you could have lost on this, because I told you exact. It can't get any more exact. It can't. You're asking for too much. Look, it's on the flexion point. You can't get any better. And I drew this a long time ago. So now if you're in shorts, you should have been stopped out on this candle, which is fine because you made a whole bunch of money here. We want to see some moves. Yeah, now we're in this magenta here. Perfect. As expected. There's no surprises here. Even if you would have taken a little loss up here, or maybe even one here, you got stopped out, you can't lose because I'm telling you where you know, exactly where. So we gotta wait for this setup. If you didn't go long here, it's too late now. We can't go in here. We want to see it hit the top of this magenta and then retrace back. It's too late here. You can't go in here. I mean, you could. That's your own risk. I don't recommend it though. And remember I said, when I see these wicks, that's telling me there's price rejection down here. I told you this is going to be a major point right down here, between here and here. So you had to go long here. Your stop should be here, and now your trade 100% protected. Now it looks like we're firmly in this magenta, right? So let's wait for the setup. The setup looks like touching the top, rejecting, and or top, down, just like this bolt up that I drew. It's not deep enough yet. I want to see it go a little bit deeper. If you didn't get in yet, you got to wait for it to go deeper, right? We want to see it like this. That's what we want to see. So if you didn't get in here, it's too late. Your stop should be along this magenta when it closes below, which it looks like it's about to do. We don't know yet. We'll see. Still got some room for the up. Still got room for the up, technically. We might be forming a half channel. So if this thing wants to taper, here's what the tapering is going to look like. I want to see it do that. See why I told you don't get in now. You can't get in now. Can't get in now. Okay, so here it is. The down setup looks like we break out of this blue, and then that's your trigger. And then your confirmation is a break of magenta. That's your down. That's your down. Okay. We are going to taper. It needs to start now. It needs to start dancing off exactly where I drew it, which I don't like saying that, but if it is going to taper, it needs to start doing it right now. Otherwise, we have a half channel and another bolt down. But if it is going to taper, it needs it like right meow. If we break this bottom magenta, look for a little bit more downside. Yeah, this is major support right here. You can see major support right here. And when I'm saying break, I mean closed below, right? The candle's not a wick, a closed below. So when I'm telling you it has to dance right off here, yeah, that's just experience. You'll get there. So if you're betting on this cup, your stop needs to be along this magenta. So I took away the bolt because we know what the bolt continuation would look like, right? And that didn't happen. I told you it needed to hit the top of this magenta line and reject off of it for that bolt. If it wanted to go down from here, here's what you're looking for. The next leg down is going to look like that. Because we built enough liquidity inside this blue. So we're in a precarious spot right here. Right here is this. This is going to be that. We all know what the circle means. Oh yeah, I decided to use this as a circle instead. I'm getting fancy. We're moving up in the world. This point right here is very important. We'll know what's going to happen right here. We actually need to get above 608.65. Until we get above 608.65, we're in no man's land. And if you're absolutely looking like you're thirsting for a trade, it's as I drew it. There's just no other way around it. It's exactly as I drew it. It's going to be along this magenta. We're technically in a downtrend, right? But there's upward pressure coming in, so this is precarious. So technically it still hasn't closed below magenta. This is a major point. Like if you're not in the long here, then don't. There's no. Now we're breaking below. Oh, not yet. Alright, let me not try to call it ahead of time. Still got 30 seconds on the candle. Alright, so we close below firmly now. I think we formed a half channel here. Like that. You're hard out for this cup. I'll draw it. If you went in on the cup, your hard out is going to be here. Like that's where your, we'll go here. On this highlighted white line. We're in a very precarious place right here. We're still in treacherous water right here. So if you didn't get in on this already, I wouldn't chase it now, right? Because we built up liquidity inside the blue. It broke the magenta, as we said. There it is. There it is. And now we're testing this major level. Let's see if it bounces up from here. Let's see if it bounces up from here. Alright, this one was beautiful. This one was beautiful. That was a good trade. If you took that trade, good on you. An indicator of this trade working out would have been all these wicks right here. See how it's rejecting these wicks? These wicks are telling you it wants to go the other way. That means the sellers are coming in, pushing the price down. Once we broke this magenta, that was your cue, right? Remember I said, breaking magenta, that's your confirmation of what's going to happen. So we are fully prepared. We knew exactly what to expect. We know where our risk is. So remember, build in blue, break. I drew this, I don't know how long in advance, but there's your risks. Those are your risks. I'm going to clean up the chart just a bit. And I definitely have a hard out today because I have an appointment in a little bit. I got maybe another 30 minutes here. Yeah, I'll do 30 more minutes. Absolutely beautiful if you took that head and shoulders. If you took that head and shoulders, absolutely beautiful. Good for you. Good for you, because you understood that when I told you what it needed to look like, right? And it went perfectly along this line. It broke the magenta. So the break of magenta was your confirmation. Absolutely beautiful, right? So when I'm telling you what our down scenario looks like, I'm telling you what it has to do. It has to build liquidity in this blue, and then it has to break this magenta. That's how you know. That's how you know. And if it doesn't work every single time, okay, fine. That's why you have stop losses, right? But your wins should outweigh your losses. You're in a downtrend. You don't want to fight the trend. So we're going with the trend. It's easier to go with the trend. Now we have a major point right here at, what is this? 607.07. Okay, so I have this major point, this key level here, 607.07. We're gonna see what happens. I see one rejection right here. I don't see any blue activated as yet, which means we're just continuing down. I don't have a blue algorithm activated yet. Look at the amazing. Amazing. Great day today. Look at the move. If you took that head and shoulders, hell yeah. Hell yeah. If you took the head and shoulders and the recommendation of break of magenta, right? Break of magenta, that was your, I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. There's nothing more I can tell you other than exactly what the price is going to do and where it's going to do it. There's nothing more I can tell you, and I'm telling you where your risk is. You're out on the break of this purple. I told you there's another half channel forming. Half channel meaning I made another purple, right? Because this was the original channel. This is the, now this from here to here is the full. So this is the half, this is the half. So I saw a half channel forming, right? So now your puts are going to be on this channel here, on the top of this. And this is 607.07 is going to be a major point. We're going to see what happens here. I'm not going to be surprised if we see some retracement coming up shortly. Look at that move. Look how beautiful. Oh, look at that put. If you took that head and shoulder. Oh my God, look at the move. Look at that head and shoulder. You're welcome. You are welcome. And I specified the break of the, even if you waited till it closed, right? So it closed on this candle at 10:19. Even if you waited for it to close, look, even if you would have got in late, look, I told you the break of purple. There's nothing more I can do. I'm telling you exactly what needs to happen and where it's going to happen. Matter of fact, I drew a circle on it. I drew a circle exactly where. Look at this move. But it looks like we might be forming a head here. So we'll let this play out. We might be forming a head shortly. And if we do form that head, here's what it's going to look like. So we'll see how far this digs. Look at the 20-day. Look at the 20-day right here. Look at the 20-day at 6:05. If you're reading the morning analysis, the morning trading plan, I'm telling you where the targets are. I specified where the 5-day, 20-day, it likes to go between those. And I said this is a good time to make profit. Look at the morning trading plan. It says it clear as day. If you're not reading these morning trading plans, then this is what the Discord's all about. It's not just about me telling you buy here, sell here. It's so you can learn to do it on your own. So you don't need me anymore. And that's how, and when I'm teaching these morning trading plans, so far, it's hit every single day since I've been doing it. The morning trading plans work. The Discord members get a, matter of fact, I went in last night. Last night, I actually made that trading plan. The Discord members know. It's going to be between the 5-day and the 20-day. This is and I even said this is the best time to make profit. The best time. Alright, maybe this downtrend is coming. let the market absorb this. We've made great money today. If you didn't make money, hopefully you're understanding why, right? Hopefully you're understanding the way I speak, what each thing means. Hopefully you're understanding that at this point. Because I'm just pointing out where the risk is. And you see how I drew the flexion point here? So if you went in on this, your trade's protected right now. Your trade's protected. So your major area now is going to be, again, right there. Again, right here. That's going to be your major area. Are you not entertained? Today's been a great day. Absolutely phenomenal day. And if you missed the trade, if you hesitated or anything like that, that's fine. This is why you should be paper trading, to learn this. Now you'll know. It's all lessons. All of it is lessons. If you take it as like, if you don't see the silver lining on the gray cloud, you're never gonna make this a thing. Because losses are part of the game. But if you followed any one, let's say you went in on the cup, right? Over here, this big long-term cup, and you got stopped out at the magenta, which is what I said, right? The magenta is the stop out, but technically it would have been this wick way down here. I even thickened the line right here, 607.56. Even if you would have got stopped out there, look how much profit you're making on the other way. Because the head and shoulder, look at the profit. So it's technically impossible to lose. It's impossible to lose because you know exactly, if that one doesn't work out, now you know where it's going to go. Because I'm drawing it and I'm telling you where the risk is. I would have preferred a little more blue, a little more liquidity built up in blue for the continuation, but we'll see. Okay, broke magenta again. We're aiming for the 20-day. I don't know if you guys are understanding what I'm saying, but we're aiming for the 20-day. I put this out in the Discord this morning. You have to read those morning briefs. If you would have went in on the break of this magenta, you're in profit. Big profit right now. It's aiming for the 20-day. If you went in on the break of the magenta, you know, I didn't like enough liquidity built up. I would have liked more for a stronger move down. But at least if you don't went on the break, you're safe. You can't lose. You absolutely can't lose. And we're not going to be in an uptrend until I'm going to make it green for you. Until that green, we're not going to be in an uptrend, okay? As of right now. So let's see what happens here if it bounces off of this. Okay, let's see what we got next. Let's see what we got next. Let's wait for the next setup. We don't need to chase anything. We don't have to trade every single little leg, alright? The big moves take setups to happen. We don't want to risk our wins. We don't want to risk our secured profit. Now, sure, did I draw this flexion point here perfectly? Of course I did. Of course I did. Of course I did. But it needs to break out of this. It needs to break this level here. We'll see. This could be another leg down. We don't know. This could be building the liquidity we need in blue. Like this. For the next leg down. But we're in a downtrend. We don't want to fight the trend. We're technically in an uptrend until we get above this green. So wait for this green to happen if you want to go long. That's what I say. That's what I recommend. Let the market absorb all this. There's no need to get in anywhere right now. Just wait. You gotta wait for the structure to set up. I think when it does rebound, it should be significant rebound when it does. Whenever that happens, I don't know. Alright, pay attention to this inverse head and shoulders. Pay attention to it. Got another 20 minutes with you guys. And I'm gonna hit this appointment and then I'll come back and I'll go live again. I'll put an alert out for everybody. Alright, so now we got some strong buying coming in. I'm going to take away this blue. This blue was not activated. I'm taking away the blue. It was not activated. So you see where your risk is on the call, right? Look where I put the call. You see where the risk is. The least amount of risk at the bottom. We buy calls at the bottom. Your trade is protected if you went in on this call. Well, depending on where you went in. But you're in a downtrend. It's the risky thing, right? I'm telling you where the risk is. You don't want to fight the trend. You don't want to fight the trend. And you also don't have to trade every single movement of the market, right? You don't have to trade every single flexion point. The setup would be for it to get way up here, back to 608 for the long. I told you, we shouldn't be going long until we get up here. We should not be going long until we get up here. So get long out of your head until we get back up here. If it happens, you know it happens. But I don't want everyone just to like start gambling on every single trade just because it worked out for like 1 or 2 candles. Like I don't want to get into that type of business. I want to protect everyone's money. And I'm drawing the possibilities. That's all. It just so happens that it works 99% of the time, so that's a pretty good win rate. But now we're at this half channel, or at the full channel now. There it is, look. Rejection off this purple, which has been rejecting off the purple, rejecting off the purple, rejecting off the purple. This is the theme here, so that's why I don't want to go long until we get up here. 608.65. Screenshot that, or you guys should have a TradingView account of your own by now. It's free. Go to tradingview.com. if we get a strong motion, like some strong green candles coming in breaking this purple, then this inverse is going to start to look juicy. But you have to watch out for this. Watch. The reason why I say above here is because you got to watch out for this. Watch. Let's say we get somewhere around here, but it doesn't break this green. You got to watch out for this. Right? You got to watch out for that bolt down. That's why I'm saying the green is safer for the long, because that means we built up enough pressure from here to push it back, to push it up. Okay? So if you look on a higher time frame, it'll look different. It looks a certain way in the minute chart, but in the higher time frame, it'll start to look different. And I think this bear cycle might be finding some weakness, at least some short-term weakness. I got 20 minutes left with you. Take a screenshot, pay attention to the levels that I've drawn. If you want to save your money and save your trading record, or if you're just trying to get for wins, don't think about going long until above this green. Okay, we're in the downtrend. We should be looking for short. If this plays out and you missed a move, it plays out and you missed a move. Oh well. But we're not in the business of gambling. I'm telling you where the least amount of risk is. It's at the green. There's nothing more I can say other than that. We know we're in a downtrend. Don't fight the trend. Go with the trend. It's so much easier. And the moves down have been so strong, it looks like tapering is going to take time. If it is going to taper, meaning the cup, if it is going to cup, that's going to take time. But rejecting off the purple, still a thing. It's still a thing. So you have to watch out for this when it gets here. I'll put that purple line in advance, somewhere around there. I'm just assuming, right? I'm guessing. That's what it needs to look like. Your taper needs to look like this. That's what your taper should look like. Oh, we'll get rid of this ASAP. This is why we don't fight the trend. Do not fight the trend. Rejecting off purple. It's been the theme. No reason to change it up now. I told you when to go long. Do not chase longs. I told you when to go long. It's up here. If you had the fortitude to hold on to this head and shoulder way over here, good on you. You are rich today. You are absolutely rich. I got another 15 minutes. Look at the 20-day. Look at the 20-day. I told you have to read the morning trading plan. You have to, or the evening trading plan. You have to read it because I told you that between the 5-day and the 20-day is where the most money is made. Look at it right now. Look at this 5-day, 20-day. You have to read the trading plan. I'm telling you guys, please do it. Now let's see if this is an engulfing candle right here. We want to see if this green's an engulfing candle, meaning it's taller than this because it'll give you some direction. But now we're contending against this purple, so that's what you're fighting. So around here. See that engulfing candle? Engulfing meaning it's bigger than the one previous. This candle fits inside of this candle, so it engulfs the previous one. It's usually an indication, but I like to use a higher time frame engulfing candle, and this one would need to be bigger on the 5 minute. I don't see any weakness for the I don't see any I see there's still some downside with the 20-day moving average so close. It's very risky to bet against it. With the 20-day moving average this close, it's very risky. I want to see this 30-minute candle at least finish with a hammer. Then maybe, but until then, 20 days right here. I wouldn't bet against it. And look, see this engulfing candle, how it kind of tells you the direction? Now remember this circle I have here. Remember this circle. If we pass this circle or this area, that means something's happening. Right, there's your magenta, okay? What I tell you about these engulfing candles, if you watch the video that I made about candles and time frame, you would already known what to do. You would have already known what to do. Your trade would be protected right now. Your trade would be protected, least amount of risk. You have to watch these videos. I make them for you, not for me. Keep in mind this circle right here. We're not in the business of trying to call the reversal. That's going to lead you down a path of destruction. If it is going to go up, it needs to stay inside this magenta. It needs to stay inside the magenta. Another one should form like this. So you want to see this inside magenta. That's what you want to see, okay? If that doesn't happen, then there's no setup, right? This is the setup. This is the setup. All right, got another 8 minutes with you guys. We have upward pressure coming in now. It's tough because that 20-day is right there at 605 and change. Where's it at? 605.33 is the 20-day, so it's right there. That maybe that's the liquidity grab it needed. Maybe that's the liquidity grab it needed. Don't know yet. The 20 days so close. It's tough to call the reversal when the 20 days right there. Have another few minutes. We had a big moves today. As expected in the Discord. We already knew between 5 and 20 day that was going to be our money maker. So we got upward pressure, but we're in a overall downtrend, obviously, but upward pressure. Upward pressure coming in. So we're technically in oversold territory. So upward pressure is coming in. There it is. Perfect bounce. Perfect bounce off this level that I just drew. Perfect bounce. Exactly on the point where I drew it. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. Now you know what the continuation looks like. You know what the continuation looks like. Perfect. If you didn't get in on this, if you didn't get in here, now you gotta wait. Now you gotta wait. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I couldn't have drawn it better myself. Oh yeah, I did draw it. Does it get? Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Did I not tell you the exact point in which it was gonna bounce? Now the reason why we didn't have any confidence in the down was because it didn't close below this magenta. Look at it. Look at it. Keep in mind the circle. I'll move it over just a tad there. Keep in mind the circle that I put. Remember, I told you to look at this circle. Okay. Excellent move. Excellent move. Now for the confirmation, you want to see it bounce back off this. I mean, it could just skyrocket from here, true. But we want to see it bounce off this this magenta again. That would be the ideal setup. Okay. Unfortunately, I have to go. This has been my time. We had a great morning session. This has been an absolute great morning session to all the Discord members that found profits or that learned the lesson. Congratulations. I'm most likely going to be back later on, and I'll put an alert when I get on. Okay? Have a good day.